Hey gang, welcome to another episode of Chronicles from the Kit. I am Chuck Peterson, here with another story for you. Well, we are here, it's the month of December, Christmas month, one of my favorite months. Get to spend time with good friends, good family, people I haven't seen in a while, get to hang with them sometimes when they come into town, so it's always an awesome time for me. Excuse me. But this particular story happened about 11, 12, 13 years ago. I had gotten a phone call from my dad. My dad had did a recording of Ray Charles' rendition of Little Drummer Boy. You know, he had redid some things with the track and all that stuff and put his drums on it and all that stuff, and had some snare drum things happening on there in the actual track. So he had the idea of me coming in to the church that he was a member of, and the church I used to be a member of, to play their last service in the old building that they were in, since they had built a new one, like pretty much right next to it. They built a bigger church, bigger sanctuary and all that stuff. They were going to do the last service in the old church, which was going to be the Christmas service. And my dad thought it'd be a good idea for me to come in and play for that last service, and he wanted me to do that Ray Charles version of Little Drummer Boy. And he was going to have me play drum set, and he was going to play the snare part, you know, the snare drum part. So I thought that was a great idea. You know, I was really excited that my dad would ask me to do something like that. It was very much an honor. And so I think the pastor of the church, I think he thought it was a great idea to have me come in and do that. You know, he just had to run it by the worship pastor who was there at the time. And that guy, he put the kibosh on it. He was like, absolutely not, no way, you know. So my dad was very upset about that. I was very sad about that, you know, because, you know, it was a great idea, you know, but it is what it is. So sometime later on, you know, in the same month of December, they were doing the Wind Bash, you know, the Christmas Wind Bash, which is a festival that's head up by Doug Wimbish from Living Color, and who was also in Sugar Hill with my father in the house band. So my dad, he was going to do that version there and have the Sugar Hill house band, which is, you know, my dad, Doug Wimbish and Skip McDonald, you know, on guitar, you know, doing the tune. So he wanted to do the same idea, but he was going to be on the drum set and I was going to do the snare part. So we were, again, the excitement, you know, amped up, and I was like, yeah, this is going to be great. So they had used my kit. They had used my drum kit for as the house kit for that whole night. So, which was actually this kit that I'm sitting on. This is the kit that we use, the kit that I'm sitting on right now. And so, yeah, this is the Gretsch Catalina Birch and my Paiste cymbals and all that stuff. So, it was great. You know, they did the tune, and we had me set up in the back near the sound guy. And this is at Sully's Pub in Hartford when Sully's was open. So they played the tune, and then, you know, he's doing his little drum roll, and then I was to repeat what he was doing. And of course, in that performance, I dropped the stick, so I'm trying to do it with one hand, and somebody hands it to me, and you know, finished out the tune. But it was a great time, and I'll actually post the video of that performance in the comments on Facebook, and also if I can on YouTube, I'll post it there, and then on Instagram it'll be in the bio section, you know, so you can see that full video and watch that performance. But it was just a wonderful moment, you know, another father-son moment, you know, at Christmas time. It was great to be able to do that with him, and And my dad, he would post it every year. He'd post it on his Facebook every year and tag me in it and all that stuff. So I figured I'd share that story with you, and I'll share the video with you. And so, and I'm posting this video early because next week I'm busy all week, so I won't have time to post the video or anything like that because I got so much going on, which is a good thing. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, and I will see you in the new year. And some of you who I know personally, I'll see you around town. I'll see you out and about, gigs, all that stuff, hanging out. But just have a Merry Christmas, and look for the actual performance video in the comments, in the bio section on Instagram, and in the comments on YouTube also. So have a good one. I'll see you next year. I'll see you next month.